John?
Hey, what's going on, buddy?
I'm well, man. I'm real good. How you doing?
Fantastic.
How about you, Reed?
I'm living the dream.
We're all living the dream right now.
Nightmares are dreams too.
We're living the outside, sort of vaccinated life.
In New England, finally.
Sort of vaccinated life.
Sort of vaccinated.
We doesn't have to worry if Mike and I breathe on it.
We're good.
I'll get AIDS.
Yeah. We already, there we go.
All right, so we are going to do the other half, Green City.
The final.
Imperial Stout aged 14 months in bourbon barrels with Mighty Oak coffee and Madagascar vanilla. It's very, very dark
not
brown.
See-through.
It's almost just beyond sepia into the black area, you know what I mean?
Hey,
Yeah.
let me level with you at home here, folks. If you're trying to analyze the beer visually, I got nothing to say to you. It's dark.
All right,
Yeah,
doing those?
pretty dark. Yes, who knows? Oof.
Whoa, Jesus Christ.
Barrels.
Yeah, it's a
Up
vanilla
front-
bomb
up front,
almost.
it was fine. I was like, I can sniff this all day. And I was like, huh?
It's super vanilla forward because of the barrel, I think.
Yeah. But then the barrel really steps into like, yeah. It's like
The other one had coconut in it, right?
So yes,
But-
no, you're thinking of the other one. The other one had you're thinking of the other stout we had that wasn't this one.
Oh.
The other one.
the
had
other bottle that looked like this
Dulce
didn't have.
Leche.
Oh.
So
The other
interest-
bottle we drank today
this
didn't
all-
have coconut in it.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
all of them have the same adjuncts or they're barrel aged, and then the ones that aren't barrel aged, though, this says they have Dulce Leche in it. Same thing with the other one we did. They had the Thai banana and stuff.
But this one, I'm getting coconut on the nose, and I wasn't getting that on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a heavy.
So with the
it's like an almond joy.
with the
almost.
Madagascar and vanilla though, like if you get it in like a high enough like volume, ratio there, it can give you kind of a tropical sensation that you might relate to coconut. I think it's just
Am I wrong on that one or?
no. Like a dude from Lowell, like who, if I put myself in the situation where I never had any, tropical type stuff before, I would sit there and I would associate it with coconut. But like, I think it's just the higher concentration of this. It is giving a bit of coconut where it's reaching back into that whole thing where I'm like,
Interesting.
that could be coconut, but I think it's really just vanilla in a high concentration.
Fair enough. I mean, I said I within reason. I did live in a tropical place for quite a long time.
Hawaii?
6 years.
Yeah, that's a long time.
Within reason.
I've never been there more than 2 weeks, like in
Yeah.
my entire life.
But
So you're an authority on in this room.
But in general, I'm getting some rich, almost espresso, some cold brew coffee almost. I'm getting like
Coming from a guy who hates coffee,
but I'm also getting almost
Not
like German chocolate cake, that coconut
Yep.
dark
fudge.
forest cake.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of dark fruit too.
When you have high concentrations of, I think, cocoa or vanilla, I think you get kind of a coconut thing.
Yeah.
Like where I 100%, whether it's toasted or super raw, whatever. I
It
think you're
smells
getting that
really good
mix.
though.
Yeah.
It smells really good.
Should we dive in?
Let's drive in.
Cheers, fellas.
Salute.
Cheers.
I just dumped a bunch in my lap.
Dude.
Back to the beer review.
You're just gonna have to edit this out.
It is.
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
I'm giving you homework right now.
Dude, this one here is so fudgy. It's so fudgy. But the mouthfeel is a little thinner than I expected, probably.
It's got a little bit of syrupy. It's oily.
But it's a little thinner.
than what you would expect. Yeah.
It's not the typical like what you get with a lot of Trillium Magic snouts these days, where it's like
Super.
coat in your mouth and you're like, ugh. This is not crushable, but like manageable.
The barrel so all four of them have been, I guess, makes sense, right? Like,
Have they all been barrel aged?
No, two of them.
Two?
So the one we had before was this same stout, not barrel.
Not barrel aged. Okay.
And then that's what the other ones were. So and then they
what
all
kind of
have
barrel
this-
are they doing with these?
It says bourbon.
Okay.
And all of them were 14 months. But you can tell that the barrel adds extra oomph, because when we talked about it earlier, the other one, it was great. All everything was it, like the flavor was there. The coffee probably a little bit more muted because it was a little bit older.
Yeah.
But this has an extra punch, and which is good because
Definitely a little more booziness.
the coffee's older in this, but obviously it's way older. But you add the barrel to kind of accent it and punch it all up. So it works really, really, really well.
Yeah, the thing is, the barrel's adding a lot of vanilla in there too.
Yeah.
And it's also adding like some good, like some foundational earthiness, some groundedness, that wood, that oak kind of a character.
Yeah, you're getting the charred oak too, which is like most important. Like,
yeah.
Again, we got to put it in context here. We just ate a big plate of fucking tri-tip, right?
Yeah,
like
sure.
on the charcoal grill, and this is like, it's kind of reminiscent of that, where you're getting that charred oak character. You're getting like a scarred earth. It's phenomenal. Like it's like,
and honestly,
it's not clean.
Yeah, but also Sean did that sort of like that sweeter kind of a base on it too. So yeah, honestly, this is a really good follow up to that steak.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, no, it's a great marrying of those two flavors. Like they just sway comfortably into the two. I'm not saying Sean did it on purpose. I'd never give him that much credit, but it worked out very nicely. He coordinated this.
It really is well balanced in such that you do have those sweeter notes, you have the vanilla, you have the chocolate, but you do have that sort of roasted sort of base. You have that roasty coffee, and you have that char barrel.
Yeah,
like it really does. It covers a lot of ground, and honestly, in small sips.
And there's a bit of like the really acrid, kind of flavor to that, where it's like it's not unpleasant. It's just enough of it there to just like enhance the experience. It's still sweet. It's still very bitter. It's not too much of anything, which is what I love about this beer.
So when you take a sip, it really does. It really does pop on all of the flavor components your tongue can see.
And the bourbon barrel aging, it just adds enough of that booze there where there's a drying characteristic to it, which makes what we call on beers with Reed, the between sip factor, where you're kind of hunting for the next sip, where you're just like, oh, I think I got a little bit of that. Let me get a little bit of that.
That's actually a good way to put it. That's actually a very good way to put it.
Well, that's what we do at Beers with Reed, Sean. We're an elevated beer review channel. Yeah. And we just kind of cover those things that you might not be familiar with.
You're right. That makes total sense. What I will say with this is that compared to the other two, not compared to the unbarrel aged one, the other one with the wild type banana. And, I think I preferred that one a little bit. Those two a little bit more. Right, but this.
I just want to let everyone in America know.
Yeah, we didn't share with him. We're good friends, but not that good of friends.
Get us out of here, please. Call Joe Biden. Joseph Biden. Get me out of here.
But either way, the fact that other half did these 4 type of stouts like in this vein, like this is awesome for people. Hopefully you can hear my daughter dying inside playing Fall Guys. That's just great.
No one is abusing that kid right now. I just want to say that. She's in there by herself watching YouTube.
50 other people on the internet are right now destroying her in Fall Guys.
Oh my God.
The one thing I will say.
Why is it what you're explaining? The real explanation was worse than what I said.
Well, I hate you.
I didn't do anything. I thought the better of the situation. You were like, no, it's actually worse. There's probably adults abusing my child right now. God damn it. That's what I have to look forward to.
The one thing I would say is, Mike has one more thing to say, but I'm going to say this. Everyone talks about aging stouts. Everyone talks about aging.
You almost have to age higher beef stouts right now.
But when it comes to stouts like this, and it comes to the coffee stouts, don't age them, because we saw what happened with that one. This has coffee in it.
Are you talking about the green pepper?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I don't think
this one's not that green peppery though.
No, but I still don't think with the adjuncts, I don't know how much better this would get.
Yeah, I know you're right.
You know what I mean?
I don't think it would get any better.
Yeah,
no.
I don't think, and I think my rule of thumb going forward is I'm not gonna age a lot of stuff, because especially if you're aging crazy adjunct stouts, they're not going to age. You know what I mean? Like
they don't age well.
Sean's got a bunch of skunks in his basement that he's.
I have a lot of skunks underneath my house, that's for sure. But no, like anything with vanilla, with peanut butter and stuff like that, like that stuff's just going to slowly.
But you know what's cool though is like having a little bit of that whole experience there. Is this would go like I couldn't imagine. I was thinking about the pairing, right, with food or with a cigar, but this is something I'm drinking it. I'm like, man, I would love this with some sorts of sashimi with a lot of seaweed and integrated in it.
Ooh, I can see
Like
that.
that would be phenomenal.
This is like
with it.
dark character. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's actually I can
And
see
like
that.
the seaweed there, it's got a briny quality to it where
Yeah.
you're just like, I can see those two things really complement each other nicely. So I think there's a place for these beers where you have that characteristic to it, where if you aged it a bit, I'm not sure where you're at in terms of the aging. I don't know the numbers.
Probably
I haven't been keeping tallies at home.
less than a year.
Yeah, about 8 months,
They said
9 months.
They say 6 months.
Oh, yeah,
Stout
yeah,
bread.
yeah. We're
It's
over
way
that.
more than 6 months.
Yeah, we're over that.
We're close to 8 or 9, 10.
Yeah.
Sure. If I'm doing some sashimi, I think this would actually be a good thing when I'm getting towards the end, when I'm really getting into more of the fishier fish.
Yeah.
In sashimi, I think this would actually be phenomenal with that. I'd love to see it in Korean sushi and sashimi, because they tend to typically have fish a little later than the Japanese do.
Yep.
I think there's a place for it.
Interesting.
Italian food, probably not.
No. Interesting.
Italian food, probably not.
No.
American
Nope.
fare, probably not.
Oh, it depends. If you don't.
Depends on what it is.
Yeah, this would go good with sort of like some sort of sharper, more acidic foods, I think.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely like some fermented stuff. Like again, I'm thinking more Korean.
Yeah, yeah.
Their sushimi and the kimchi and stuff like that. I think. This
Yeah,
would go
but
nicely.
I think this would also go good with like more like let's say sauerkraut type stuff. and-
Sauerkraut probably
Ooh,
pretty good.
Yeah.
Probably
Because
pretty
it's not
good.
totally dessert boy.
No, it's not.
It's
No.
sweet, but it's like got enough like bite.
But yeah, it's very rich, but it also has some real backbone, some real.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot going
And sometimes with other half stouts, it could go either way. Like
Yeah,
there's
you're
some other
right.
half stouts we have like crazy, like which is crazy good, and it's like crazy like super sweet, which is fine. But then other stuff like this, like you still have that, like you still have the base stout is still
Yep.
there, and it kind of pulls you
Yeah,
back.
you're dealing with Sam Richardson there, like where you have to account for these things. Where
Yeah.
he might be in that mood when he makes a stout, where you and I think of an adjunct stout, where it's like, oh, it's a dessert beer.
Yeah, but these adjuncts in particular, you're talking about like you're talking about coffee, you're talking about like a bourbon barrel, you're talking about a little vanilla. Those are there. Honestly, like in this case, I feel like all they do is lift the base.
Yeah.
They lift it. They're accentuating things that are already there and the best way possible.
Yeah.
It's not like
I just want to make sure people can understand if you're going to if you had sushi for dinner, this might be a great digestif after the fact.
Yep. I can see that.
It can carry that experience, that momentum from that dinner.
Yep.
And check it out.
Cool. Well, yeah.
If you can get it, which you can't.
Which
By
unless
the
you
way.
can trade for it.
Do it.
Because Green City was for like 8 or so months ago. But yeah, if you can trade for it, I'd still say it's barrel aged version, yes. Unbarrel aged,
Dope.
probably not worth it. The other two, totally. Still trade worthy. But yeah, definitely let us know down in the comments what you think about it. Nerdsense.net, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, if those are your thing.